What's going on, guys? Welcome back on this beautiful Sunday morning. NFL Sunday kicks off today. Can't wait to watch all the uh, LSU alumni show out on Sundays. Um, let's start by breaking down the McNeese game. Not a lot I got as far as score, and how all that went. It's more of a personal uh, thing with LSU right now. And I want to start off with a little bit of the positives. The defense was amazing last night. Um, Got to give credit where credit is due. The improvement from week 1 to week 2 on the defense was very well entrained in those guys' minds that they had to get better at what they were doing. Um, and I'm a little bit of a more believer in the defense than I was a week ago. So, granted, McNeese is not the stiffest competition they're going to go against, but it looked like, from my view, that the safeties and linebackers were coming up, making tackles. They had the one bust on the screen at the end of the game. I'm not too worried about that. But all in all, effort from the defense was I give them a great A grade for that game, and they just, I mean, the way they attacked the pass rush last night was fun to watch. Man, a lot of the young guys got to see how they would handle it, and they did well. They did just as well as the starters. Mason Smith came in, got 3 sacks. So a little bit of stats from the game. One thing I tweeted out at halftime as far as the offense is concerned. 62 yards rushing on 20 carries in the first half, 3 yard average. This was another game where LSU just could not run the football, and it was kind of embarrassing. McNeese really pushed LSU's offensive line around all night. Quarterbacks had little time to throw. Garrett came in, same thing with him. I understand you're missing 3 offensive linemen, but even your second team should not be getting pushed around by McNeese State, or McNeese, excuse me. But like I said, we're gonna hit more on the offensive struggles because after watching the game last night, I don't know how you guys feel, but I walked away with more questions than answers last night as far as the defense is concerned, or the offense is concerned. So they still got a lot to improve on. Hopefully, we can get some of these guys back for Central Michigan and see them play as a unit. And hopefully, we can see improvement because they can only get better with time and reps. So hopefully, we can get those guys back next week and they'll be able to play against a good Central Michigan team that at this point could give LSU some problems. So running backs. Ty Davis Price was I mean, it wasn't nothing special out of any of the running backs. Corey Kiner came in at the end of the game and finished the game with 56 yards, leading the team. Davis Price had 37 yards on 8 carries. Kiner had 11 carries, and Armani Goodwin came in the game on the first drive and busted a 22-yard run, which was really impressive. And then, unfortunately, he limped off the field. He was able to return, though, so that was good to see. Receivers last night had a very poor night. Outside of Jack Besh, a lot of the receivers, a lot of drops. I don't know the exact number. I want to say it was 6, but I'm not 100% sure. Butte was a lot more quiet than he was in game 1. No fault of his own. He still had 2 touchdowns, but he only had 5 catches for 31 yards. It was mainly the offense in general. There was no rhythm, no rush to get the ball snapped on when we were converting first downs, getting to the line, getting the play in. Protection was breaking down again. Coach O said in his press conference that they just kind of let him go man to man on the offensive line, and they were still getting beat man to man. So I mean, it wasn't. It was a very poor effort from the offensive line again, and really that's the center of your whole offense, man. I can't sit here and blame Jake Peets for the play calling and stuff like that, because I mean, what is he gonna do? I mean, your quarterback can't sit back there longer than 2 seconds without a guy in his face. And Garrett came in, and it was the same exact thing. So, and the uh, running backs, they're getting a lot of the blame right now for not running the ball great, but it's the offensive line. I mean, they have nowhere to run. Last night when I seen guys uh, pushing the pile, moving the line 2 to 3 yards downfield, and those were all of LSU's successful runs. Now LSU did try a lot of new run concepts last night, which I was happy about. Some worked more than others, little jet sweeps, counters, stuff like that. I really enjoyed that. The diverse of running backs getting switched in and out. I think how many guys took a carry? One, two, three, four, five. Five players took a handoff last night, including Trey Palmer, who took a jet sweep. I think a guy like Trey Palmer is one of those guys you just got to get the ball in his hands. So I like the creativity as far as that goes. The passing game was just not in sync all night. And the most concerning thing about the passing game is Max Johnson right now. Max Johnson, he has happy feet, and I don't blame him one bit, because every time he drops back to pass, he just looks like he's I don't want to say scared, but he just looks like he's panicking, and that timer goes off a lot quicker than it should. Um, and he gets unsettled, and he becomes even more inaccurate than he already is, which was one of his problems going into the season. So that's probably one of the most concerning things. Is Max Johnson hasn't really been playing well. Last year came in, played well. All right, this year, as far as the first 2 games are concerned, he hasn't played up to par. He hasn't played good enough to win us football games, and that's what it's going to take once we start getting to the meat of the schedule. He's going to have to play better, and I hope to see that he improves on his accuracy and finds the playmakers in space, and the offensive line can get a little bit more cohesive and block for him where he's not seeing ghosts anymore. But I mean, like I said, no fault to his own. Last year when they protected well, he was able to deliver good balls and make plays. And this year he just doesn't have the time. I mean, every play that Nussmeier came in for is the same thing. I mean, guys just pushing right up the middle, and then he has to roll out trying to make a play. And that's just not, you're not going to win football games when you can cut the field in half after you roll out. The defense, it just makes the life on the secondary so much easier, because they just have to guard one side of the field, whichever side you're rolling out to. And like I said, you have no running game at all, so it puts a lot of pressure on Max, man, a lot more than it did last year, and he knows that he's the guy now. And I don't want to say the pressure's getting to him, and I don't want to say that he's not, because like a lot of factors going into his play right now aren't involving him, believe it or not. Yes, he has been inaccurate, but I mean, he can use the offensive line as the biggest excuse in the world right now, because if LSU does not get this offensive line corrected, LSU will not win 8 games. They will be sitting here at 6-6, 7-5 at best. That offensive line is atrocious. And next week, like I said, Central Michigan is coming in. They lost by 7 or 10, I believe, to Missouri, and they blew out somebody this weekend. Central Michigan is not a scrub non-Power 5 school. They've been there. They played in these types of games before, and they have a very good head coach that used to coach in the SEC, so he knows what it takes to win these types of games. And LSU is going to have their hands full next weekend. And hopefully they can improve, and hopefully they can come out and dominate the football game like they should. And then we can start preparing for Mississippi State. Because right now, looking at LSU's schedule, where are you finding your conference wins? That's the biggest thing for me right now. You're looking at the Mississippi State game, you're looking at the Arkansas game 2 weeks ago, and you're like, all right, those are dubs. And then now you have to double tape, because right now you look like the worst team in the SEC West. And that's not an exaggeration. Tell me who, as of right now, you would say LSU has played better than this team in the SEC West. You couldn't do it. Arkansas has a top 15 win. Mississippi State has a good win against NC State where they dominated the football game. All right, so I mean, at this point, you guys got to look at, you got Kentucky on the other side. I mean, where are you finding these SEC wins? So LSU's got a long road ahead, and they got to fix a lot of things and a lot of things fast. And hopefully next week, like I said, they can come out and be well prepared. Offensive line will get people back. Defense hopefully can play well again, and we can talk next week, and it'll be a lot better mood going into the Mississippi State game. Um, don't forget the guys today. Like I said, it's NFL Sunday. If you're going to be watching the games, make sure you check out all the LSU guys, and make sure if you like the video, drop a like below, hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking after week 2, man. What's y'all's reaction after week 2? I'm on a little bit better spirits. Always after a win, you're in a little bit better mood because no matter how bad you play, the win's a win. So, but still a lot of things to improve on. Still a lot of things that need to get going, and definitely they're going to be looking to get those fixed going into next week. Not sure if we're going to have a midweek video this week previewing the Central Michigan game. We might maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Just keep an eye out on that. And like I said, man, if y'all aren't following on Twitter or Facebook already, man, go ahead and do that. Stay up to date with everything. I love to interact with the fans and stuff. So hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Twitter, man. I'll try to respond back to everybody. And thank you guys for watching this video. Like I said, hit the thumbs up, leave your comments, let me know what you guys are thinking, and I will see you guys later this week.